bad news for Alex Pritchard. There will be another operation. We have to do without him at least, so the first diagnosis, at least 12 weeks. That means when everything works in a perfect way, he can return in the end of November, I guess. So that means all in all, we have to do without him, more than 4 months, and then he can return. And as you all know, so he will need some time when he's back in training. So to be honest, I really count on him. So in the beginning of the new year. So yeah, really not good news to be honest, because he's a key player and a very important player for us. But yeah, sometimes in football there are injuries, and sadly we had this game in Cambridge with this awful injury of Alex, and we have to do without him. So for sure, not good news, but we have to handle it, we have to deal with it, and we will do. This ankle he had, I think 2 years ago in operation, and we tried to do it on a conservative way and hope that he can return pretty soon, but after the new check with the doctor, so we have to confirm that it's necessary to operate him on this ankle, and for that we will have to do at least 12 weeks till he can return to the training. To be fair, we are always awake and watch the market a little bit and try to figure out if there's perhaps a good option, but we won't change our mind, although he's an important player and really a key player, but I'm really content with the guys who are there, and we will work with him. For sure, it doesn't help that that we have to do without him, but not because of this injury. I'm calling for. I'm searching for a new guy in this role. So I trust in my players. We will be awake if there is an option, perhaps at the end of the window, but I don't think we have to force it too much. Well, perhaps just for the last time, because I think we spoke a lot in the last days about Nelson Oliveira. Last time, a comment to this topic. I was not content with his behavior in the last time. It was not only about this throwing with the shirt. I told it after the game. So I totally understand when a player is a little bit angry that he isn't in the starting 11 and something like that, and there's a lot of passion. So I didn't go too deep with this situation, but it was more so the behavior in the group in the last time. I was not content, and that was the reason I did without him against Swindon. And just in general, not mention Nelson Oliveira or whatever. So I really think it's quite important for each player, for each member of the staff, for each member of the coaching team, that you always be aware it's all about the group and it's all about the club. The club is always bigger than one person. And my really deep believing is that the club don't has to fall on the knees and has to kiss the feet of a player or as a member of the staff or as a member of a coaching team or to a head coach or whatever, and saying thank God that you are here, it's the other way around. I think each and every player, each and every member of the staff or the head coach or the manager or whoever has to be thankful to be able and to be allowed to work for this club. And I think it's a great honor to be able to work for Norwich City. It's a massive club. It's an amazing club. So to be able to earn some money, to do what you like, to play football, and to be allowed to work for this club, for this region, for this beautiful city, for all the supporters. I mentioned a few times, I think we've got the best supporters in the whole championship with their passion and with their standing together and with their togetherness. I think it's a big honor for each player and for each member and for each employer to be able to work for them and to be responsible for the success. And I think that you have to have this in mind each and every day when you work. And if there's a guy who thinks more about himself than about the group, I will act. So I'm not here, to be honest, I'm not here to win the Nobel Peace Prize. I'm here for bring a certain working style and a working attitude and hopefully some success. But I really believe that you will always only have success when you work with a special working attitude and a working style. And if not, I will do without any quality, I will do without any name, so whoever it is. So I think that's the only way to work. And we have such a wonderful group of players. I mentioned several times, so we spoke about Wes Houlihan, we spoke about Russell Martin, who was not at 100% and was only able to play with with a lot of pain and with some injections in Fulham. And normally it was a big risk, especially for his individual terms. But he knows that we needed him on the pitch because there were so many injuries. I mentioned Stephen Naismith, so he has nearly 300 appearances in the Premier League and 60 national games and whatever. And when he was booked, he asked me if he was allowed to have a game in the under-23 in the preparation game in the friendly game. And he asked me after our training if he's allowed to train with the under-23 team. And that's the kind of attitude I like. So sometimes when you speak to a younger player and you want him to play for the under-23 team, you got the feeling it's a little bit under his dignity and he's too good for this. And watch such an experience and such a good player like Steve Naismith with such a career and 60 appearances for the Scottish squad, and he asked if he's allowed to play in such a game. Or when we speak about Alex Pritchard, it's quite hard for him right now. Don't to bring him on the pitch in the starting 11 because he's in a very good condition. He works very hard and with a high quality. But in the moment, I decide to begin the games with a different kind of plan. I spoke to him and I said, "Listen, Alex, I'm really content with your performance in the training, with your behavior. I'm really content. But right now, I bring a little some different kind of players on the pitch, like Harrison Reed, like James Maddison." And he said, "Look, coach, I will accept it. If I play 90 minutes, I will be there with all my heart. If I play 19 minutes, 9 minutes." Or if there's a game, I have no appearance on the pitch, I will accept it. And when you need me, I will be there and I will train as good as I can. And that's the kind of attitude I like. It's not about if you like a player like Wes Houlihan or Russell Martin or Stephen Naismith or Alex Pritchard, but it's about this attitude. And I think they are really idols for the whole team and for the whole squad. And because we have this lads in the squad, I'm really content. I'm really convinced that we will have success. Probably we're not the club with the most opportunities to spend money and whatever, but we have such a good attitude and such a good atmosphere in the whole group, and that's our real strength. And I think that's the most important. And for sure, Nelson knows that he had a mistake, so he apologized. He apologized in front of the group. And now for me, the topic is finished. So for sure, he has to improve. He has to prove that he will improve in the dressing room, on the training pitch, on the pitch when we have the games. But now for me, the topic is finished, and I think so. It's not only to criticize Nelson. So he knows he deserved to be criticized. It was the only chance to criticize him for his behavior. But right now it's a little bit up to our group, to our club, to help a little bit. Because to be honest, he's not the youngest guy, but he's still a young guy. And I know in the last 6 years he probably had 8 clubs or whatever. So where should he learn? So to be there with 100% of his heart for a group and for a club. And I think if there is a club, if there is a group of players who are able to help in this situation, then it's my group, because we have a fantastic group. We have fantastic characters, and so for sure it's up to him. It's up to him to improve, but be sure we will help him, and we don't have to speak about his quality, about his potential, when he's got in his head and in his heart that he has to work for the group, has to work for his club with 100% passion, not for himself but for this club. He's for sure one of the best strikers in the league, and we really need this quality. For sure we need it, and so we're really looking forward to work together with him. We're looking forward to bring in on this standard, and if he's able to reach this standard, we will have much fun with him, because to be honest, he knows that he deserves to be criticized, but all in all, he's not only a guy with much potential, but he has a good heart, he's a good guy, he has to learn, and hopefully he will learn, and then we will have much fun with him. Long speed. So it was.
I nearly fell asleep halfway through this.
What was the question?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Enough said, Nelson Oliveira.
There's no book you can read what is better, to defend man to man or defend more in the space. So there are advantages and disadvantages. So we have our style. So we concentrate more to defend in the space, but it's always about being aggressive and having the will to defend the set piece. And so we watch the scenes again, and we work on in the training on this topic, and we have to improve it. There were big problems in the last season. We know that, and the guys know that they have to improve it. So our idea is to defend it a little bit more in the space, but also with high responsibility in your area of the pitch, and with will and with a lot of aggressiveness. And but for sure we have to improve. I don't know, it's such a big advantage, because we had a game, they had a game, and some really important players of them were on the bench, and they had not so much minutes, so it's not so many minutes. So I don't think it's a big advantage. I prefer to have 2 more days better than the other way around, for sure, but I don't think it's a big advantage. But so we will see on Sunday.
And just one more. Did you watch the cup draw yesterday?
Yes, I did it.
How long did it take you to figure out whether you were home or away?
To be honest, I was a little bit sad, because I thought my English improved from day to day, and then the guy explained, so when there's a red ball, you have a home game, and he took out the red ball, and I was really happy and said, okay, that means away. And I was sad, because I said, damn, my English has to improve. So but then there were a few callings, and and then I watched Sky Sport News today, and there was Norwich City as a home game, and I thought, oh, probably my English has improved, and not so bad. So I was really content that we have a home game, because cup games are always special, and I'm looking forward to cup games. I like this competition very much, and to have it at home, it's always nice, and especially in this week we have 2 away games in the league. It's then this cup game in the middle of the week. It's really nice. I'm looking forward to.
Other cup draws in England are usually more seamless.
I have to get used to it.
Thank you.